Hi, and welcome to this Greg's Bass Shed lesson. In the lesson I'm going to work through the bass line from the Stevie Ray Vaughan version of Little Wing. Now this was recorded originally by Jimi Hendrix, but the Stevie Ray Vaughan version is really great and you can learn a lot from the bass line. If you haven't clocked it already, I'm a massive Tommy Shannon fan. You can learn so much from him and from his bass lines, and if you want to be a really great blues player, then he's definitely one of the players to look at. He's a really exciting blues bass player, and I love the way that he crafts his bass lines and the way that he used to play so instinctively with Stevie Ray Vaughan. I've transcribed the whole of Tommy Shannon's bass line and I've put that on a PDF. You can get that below in standard notation and tab by clicking the link, and that'll be really useful for you to work on the bass line and to work through this lesson with the PDF. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the main musical concepts and ideas that Tommy Shannon plays in this bass line and show them to you so you can actually use them in your own bass lines. If you really want to be an accomplished blues bass player, then you need to go beyond just playing bass lines note for note and leaving it there. What you need to do is you need to study these bass lines and pull out the ideas and assimilate them into your own playing. Now for those of you that really want to take your playing to the next level, I've made a blues course called Walk the Blues. This is a video course and there's loads of people who've been through it already. I've had some great feedback. So I've put details of that in the description. You can click the link there, or you can just head straight to the video course page on my website, gbshed.com. First of all, I'm going to show you the chord progression for Little Wing. Now it's a really interesting one, it's got some great chords in there. Once you learn the progression, you just repeat it over and over again for each chorus. We start with a bar of E minor, then a bar of G, then a bar of A minor, and then a bar of E. And then we've got B, and at the end of that bar we've got an A sharp, and then we've got 2 beats of A minor, 2 beats of C, 2 beats of G, 2 beats of F, and then 2 beats of C. Now this is a 2/4 bar, so you just count 2 beats for that and then move on. And then in the penultimate bar we've got 3 beats of D and a beat of C, and then we've got a bar of D. But if you want to play to the original Stevie Ray Vaughan version, then you need to detune your bass. So I've written it in E minor. The band would have played it in E minor, but they would detune half step. So to E flat, A flat, D flat and G flat. But for the sake of this lesson, I've just got a normally tuned bass. Now, what I've also done is drawn up a PDF for 5-string, and I've written that directly in E flat. So you can just play that part, that E flat part, on your 5-string. You've got the low E flats on your B string, and you can just play along to the original. But if you're playing with your 5-string for this lesson, then use the E, the 4-string part. Okay, so that will be in the correct key. I'm now going to talk through the first chorus, so have a look on your PDF. Once we've kind of played through the first chorus, then really Tommy Shannon just plays slight variations on this chorus. He kind of keeps a lot of it the same and just plays little variations. So we'll just get the kind of basic structure with this first chorus. So what I'll do is I'll play the first 2 bars. So we start with the E on the 7th fret of the A string. You can play it here if you want on the D string, but I prefer it's a nicer, fatter sound on the A string. So E and then open E, and then E, D sharp, E, F sharp. Okay, so if you start with your little finger on the 7th fret of the A string, you can play a lot of this in one position without shifting. You can play the whole of the first 2 bars in one position. Okay, so we've got E, 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 D sharp, E, F sharp, and then G. Okay, so that's just G, D, G, and then G, E, G, A. Okay, now these 16th notes that you see there, these have got a swing in them. So if I play you the second bar, okay, so that last beat there, if it wasn't swung, it would be, okay, but it's got this swing in it. Okay, and it's quite a slow tempo. It's around about 60 BPM. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that kind of tempo, but you could count 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so that's the first 2 bars, and then we go to A, and we've got A, the octave again, so A, and then, okay, so we've got a little slide there, or you could just do a hammer on from any of those notes. Okay, so that's just B, A, G, and then down to E for the next bar, E, okay, so this is E major, this chord, but we've got the same start of the bar as the first bar, so E, and then, okay, so we've got a little slide there, so this is the 4th bar of the first chorus, so we've got from G, just play your first finger on G and then slide down to the F sharp. Okay, if I play it without, and then with, sounds much nicer, doesn't it? So that bar, okay, so we've got G, F sharp, E, D, E, D, E, okay. And when you're learning these bars, what I'd do is I'd just break each bar apart separately, and then the first part of the bar is generally a bit easy. You've got this kind of, these 2 E's, then you just practice that riff or that lick until you're happy, and then put the whole bar together. Okay, so just learn it bar by bar, and we go along to the 5th bar of chorus 1. So, and then we're on B here, so it's just root 5th octave. Okay, B, F sharp, B, okay, B, A sharp, okay, down to A. Okay, now you could play that here, but I suggest playing it, the B, on the 7th fret of the E string, and then A, okay, and when you play that C, hold the bottom C down, so you've got these both ringing out. Okay, and then we go to the G and the F. Okay, so G, start with your 2nd finger on G, play that arpeggio shape, then F, and then C, and then D. Okay, when you get to that D bar, make sure that you hold these Ds on for a full beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and he kind of falls off that D. Okay, so I'll just play the whole of that first chorus for you. 3, 4. So what I suggest you do is, with the PDF, just learn this first chorus, really get that under the fingers. Because as I said, when you move on to each of the further, I think it's 10 choruses, then you've got just variations on this chorus. So you start to learn the progression if you go through this chorus, and kind of roughly where the notes are for each of the other choruses. If you want to see me doing a full playthrough of this bass line with the track, then click this link here now. So this is the next video. You can check that out. But remember, don't just learn it note for note and just leave it there. Remember to work out what Tommy Shannon's doing and kind of take some of these ideas for yourself. Now this tune is in E minor. technically it's in E flat minor, but the band would have played in E minor, but they've just detuned before. That's a kind of common thing in rock and blues. So in E minor, a scale that will always work when you're playing fills is E minor pentatonic scale. So if I just start it here on the 7th fret of the A string, this is the shape. Okay. So make sure you get that under your fingers, but what you want to do is start from the low E all the way up to E, which is on the 9th fret of the G string. So it's like this. Okay, I'll do that again. So open E, G, A, B. Okay, now the fret diagram I'll put at the end of the PDF so you can work on that, but really make sure initially that you've got E minor pentatonic under your fingers, because you can use the notes from that to create licks and it will work over the whole bass line. Now you can also use another scale for your fills and for your licks. Now that scale is G major pentatonic. Now the reason this works is each minor key has a relative major and they share the same key signature, which in this case is an F sharp. So the relative majors to E minor is G major. Now that means that the G major pentatonic works as well. So this is the pentatonic shape for the major shape starting on G. Okay. Now what you want to do for the G is start on the low G and go all the way up to the 12th fret of the G string. So okay, and when you're comfortable, play it faster. So what you want to do is make sure that you can play E minor pentatonic scale starting from the bottom E, the open E, right up to the 9th fret of the G string, and then also G major pentatonic from the 3rd fret of the E string right up to the 12th fret. Now once you learn these shapes you can just change them to start on any root note, and they're really important for blues, know these pentatonic scales. Now let's quickly compare these two pentatonic scales, and if you do that you'll see why they both work. So have a look now at both sets of notes, and what do you notice? You've probably noticed that both scales contain exactly the same notes in the same order. So you can see there, you start on the E minor, you start on an E, and then you've just got the G major pentatonic scale. And that's why both scales work in this key. Now have a look at bar 34. You can see in the second half of the bar this. Okay. If you went down to G, have you played all the notes? Okay, you've got the G major pentatonic, or you can think about it as E minor pentatonic. It doesn't really matter, but you've got this classic thing. Okay, so Tommy Shannon is just using one of the pentatonic scales here. Pause the video now and have a look through the PDF and see if you can spot where else Tommy Shannon is using pentatonic based fills. Another technique that Tommy Shannon sometimes uses is double stops. Now a double stop is when you hold two notes down at once. Now we saw that in the C bar of the first chorus, so we did in bar 16. So have a look at bar 25 of the PDF now. So we've got these B's here, and there's got 1, 2. Okay, so what we're doing, playing B, high B, and holding it down. So we're just playing a sort of groove on the low B, but holding the high B. Okay, so that sounds really great. You can hear kind of, it makes just a much bigger sound, and you can hear that on the original recording. Now look at bar 35 of chorus 3. We've got this at the beginning of the bar. Okay, so what Tommy Shannon's doing there, he's playing the B. Okay, so that's on the 9th fret of the D string, and then the F sharp on the 11th fret of the G string. Okay, that's just root and fifth. So you've got to kind of jump there. Okay, so it's a bit tricky. But if you find that hard, just play and just leave out that F sharp, okay? Okay, that's really nice chord there. Okay, now Tommy Shannon plays that again. He plays it in bar number 55, but this time he slides up to the chord, so you're going to have to play it differently. So, okay, so you play B, F sharp, and then you're going to B and F sharp here. Okay, so that's on 14 on the A string and 16 on the D string instead of here. Same notes. Okay. Okay, so double stops are really good for adding kind of depth and making the bass line sound bigger. Another technique that Tommy Shannon uses in this bass line that's a really good technique for blues and jazz lines is the use of triplets, but make sure you kind of use these sparingly. So if we look in bar 44 of chorus 4, just on the last beat, we've got do do do. So what he's doing is playing 3 notes over 2 16th notes. Okay, so if I play that whole bar of 44, okay, you could use open A. Okay, now that probably is cleaner. E, D, open A, B. Okay, up to speed. Okay, sounds really nice there. And also he uses triplets in bar 49. So we've got D. Okay, so triplets are a really good thing to put into your bass line to add a bit of intensity and a bit of groove, just to get the kind of bass line swinging even more. Now to finish off, just look at the first bar of the 6th chorus. Now you'll see that I've written straight 16th notes. So remember at the beginning I said that all our 16th notes have got this swing in it. Well, in this bar, Tommy Shannon plays it without the swing, and that's the kind of technique you'll sometimes hear to play it. It's called play it straight, okay? So that bar, so just play that bar straight. If I played it with swing, it would be, okay, but Tommy Shannon plays it straight. Okay, so just clock that when you're going through the PDF. Well, I hope this analysis has helped you understand more about the bass line and what Tommy Shannon's doing. Now, I purposely didn't just play through the whole bass line. I'm doing that in video number 45, so you can check that out. So download the PDF, practice it yourself, and then just have a look at me playing it in the next video. If you're really keen on sorting your blues bass playing out, then don't forget to look at my Walk the Blues course. So the link's below. That will take you to my website and give you more information. And you can see some testimonials there of people who have already been through the course. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you'll get notified of all my new video lessons. And if you like the lesson, let me know in the comments what was your favourite part, what was your biggest takeaway from the lesson, and if you've got any other ideas for bass covers, then let me know. If you want me to kind of do the same thing and analyse the bass lines, then let me know. And don't forget to like the video, which really helps me out. If you got value out of this lesson, then you can always buy me a coffee on the link here. And don't forget to head over to my website, gbshed.com, and check out all my other bass resources there. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hope to see you very soon in the next video lesson.